Imagine a place where no one can stop dancing. The beat shakes everything. Everyone's bouncing. Deep, sweet, hardcore. A place hidden between frequencies, where beats become stories and stories spark movements. Where strangers form crowds and a single beat can cross oceans. Here, producers shape emotions from silence, and DJs carry energy from Baku to the rock. Passion and creativity bring the pulse that connects us all. Meet the minds behind the music, the producers, the DJs, the dreamers, the builders of unforgettable events. Welcome to Season 2 of Beat Zone. Step inside the sound.
The precise moment which I'll never forget that made me want electronic music in Gibraltar was in the Tunnel nightclub. I was having a really good time with all my mates, but it was just constant reggaeton and just commercial stuff, which is nice, but I felt like there was something missing. There was something more missing, which for me was electronic music.
That's a call rhythm, drop that.
I would never find enough electronic music in Gibraltar. So the DJ I would hear, there was always just a slight bit of music, a bit of house, a bit of techno, but mainly just reggaeton and stuff like that. So that's what really made me go out there and look for electronic clubs and electronic music as a whole.
There is just something about being in that moment when you realize that the crowd is completely with you. You disappear. You don't even realize how quickly the time goes, and you aren't aware of anything else that's going on in your life in that moment, apart from what are you doing in that second. And making sure that everyone is completely with you and following you. You are literally guiding them to have the best time they possibly can in that moment with you.
How would you best describe it? Goosebumps, no? Yeah, butterflies in your tummy.
It's more not only just like not just listening to house music, but more like being a DJ and playing a track and getting like the crowd's reaction to the track that you
most
play.
definitely.
Like it's like a euphoric feeling.
Yes.
The preparation that you put into it before. So maybe like days before you find a song, you start to dig a bit more, find this song, or maybe you find this song that you've been trying to find for over a year because it's been unreleased. So it's all that kind of preparation, and then being able to play it to a crowd, at least when you know that we're going to be playing to a sold out event or whatever. It's just that feeling, you're playing it and you know what's coming, but the people don't know what's coming, so you kind of got the people by surprise. Overall it's a good experience. It's a good feeling to kind of be able to get that reaction from the crowd.
The first time I went to an electronic music event was a festival, Dream Beach Festival in Almeria, which blew me away, you know what I mean? I think it was 180,000 people there from being in a club in Gibraltar to going to that festival at 18, it was just crazy, insane. And that's when I really realized what music, what electronic music is. Well, how it brings people together and just how it makes you feel and the vibe it creates. My first event was in 2018, and there was a mix of all subgenres of electronic music. There was stuff like glitch funk and breakbeat house. We had liquid, neurofunk, drum and bass. It was a bit of everything. It was just to really introduce the electronic music into El Campo de Gibraltar, Gibraltar, La Línea, just get a bit more out there. I really began that journey was I was working in security in Gibraltar, and I just wanted to do something with my life. I wanted to do something special. I knew I liked electronic music. I wanted to do a change in the scene. So I started writing down notes. I started trying to figure out what it is I could do. I was lucky that being a security guard, you got a lot of time in your hands. So the first thing I thought about is getting a piece of paper and getting a cool name for the event. So I started thinking about names for events, etc. And I came up with DMT. So DMT, drum and bass, dubstep, minimal techno and trance. And I came up obviously with the idea of the open air event, which was something interesting for me. From there, the plan really began. I went to Spain. I spoke to the association that controlled the Parque Reina Sofia, and we came up with this plan to raise money to counteract the pollution in the Campo de Gibraltar and Gibraltar. I would go back to Dream Beach, I would go back to the events I would see, and I'd be like, okay, so this is what they do, they put systems, I'm gonna need to find someone with a system. So I started looking for people with a system, write it down, write numbers down, and I just slowly came up with plans. So once the event actually happened, I was just happy, and more than anything, I was just really happy that I achieved what I wanted to achieve, and that I could see everyone together. All my friends, my family came. Even my uncle in a wheelchair came over, and he stayed in the whole festival with us. So it was just that unity through the love of electronic music as well, which was the main thing, that we wanted to hear more electronic music in Gibraltar, and that it really brought the community together.
I was for 3 years head of A&R for Champion Records. Now, for anyone who doesn't know Champion Records, they were responsible for Robin S, Show Me Love, Faithless, Paul Oakenfold. They launched Kerry Chandler. These are all iconic names from the 90s to early 2000s that really did help to shape electronic music. So I was very thankful and very grateful to be part of that. I was sent to Miami to represent the label at the Winter Music Conference. Went to Ibiza a bunch of times, and when I returned, I was still in the middle of my residency with Pasha, and at the time I was DJing a lot with Kinky Malinky, and they had sent me to Puerto Banús to play at Bijou, Funky Buddha, and the usual places there in Puerto Banús, which are still open today. And there I discovered Gibraltar, and when Pasha heard that I was already in Marbella, they asked me to represent Pasha at a festival in Gibraltar. I think this was 2012, at Latinos on the Beach. And I played alongside Hot Creations, Eats Everything, which was one of my favorite DJs, still is one of my favorite DJs and producers. Then I thought, you know what? I don't want to go back to London. I need to stay here, because being from Italy originally, I didn't realize how much I missed the sunshine, how much I missed the warm weather, how much I missed the Mediterranean living. And now that I discovered that this area in particular is also thriving with electronic music, I thought I can make a career here as well. So I went back to London, and 2 years later, I moved to Spain. And I found myself right between Marbella and Gibraltar. And I thought, this is perfect. I have that connection of Mediterranean living, UK living, and the music seems to be working here as well. So I haven't gone back since. I think it has brought cultures together. That shift in electronic music in Gibraltar has now spilt over to La Linea. We have this venue called Tropical Flavor, which predominantly puts on electronic music. The old formulas are working again, in the sense of, if you try to adapt, even as a DJ, this applies to venues as well, and artists. If you try to adapt to what everybody else wants, you will never make everybody happy. If you adapt to a specific audience, you will build your audience. Might be 2 people at first, might be 10 afterwards, might be 300, but with time and consistency, they'll turn into thousands. And those thousands will stay with you. If you try and cater for everybody, like we have done for the last 4 or 5 years, playing everything to anybody, any requests, any time, you won't keep the people, because one might like 10 minutes of your set, one might like 5 minutes of your set, and then they'll move around and they won't have an interest. People now follow DJs that consistently stick to a sound. And I found that in La Linea. Ironically, most of the people that come to see me in La Linea are from Gibraltar. And they come and say, we're coming specifically here because we know that you're going to play this, 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 and this, and that's what we like. And that made me feel like I was 18 years old again. In Pasha, when people were like, oh, you guys are playing, we're definitely coming. Do you have your CDs? Do you have your mixes? We love the music that you play. And I think that cycle is now starting again. And I think it's important that we keep that cycle moving and we don't go back to, oh, well, let's just make everybody happy again. I think we need to create our audience and our movement to create longevity. And I think we are there now in Gibraltar, tanto como Spain.
We've lost dancing. This year we've had to lose our space. We've lost dancing.
Around 3 years ago now, so yeah, it must have been just after COVID. We decided that we just wanted to start putting on our own parties to, like, because we have a big friend group of like all our age, and we wanted to do a party just to have everyone there, and we didn't think it was going to turn into something massive as it is now, but well, not massive, but like we do quite a few events, and the majority of them that we sell out.
We got a big name for ourselves now, but we've worked hard to get to where we've got to.
So
and obviously had help.
It was just more for like me and Kaydan to actually like start like have a platform for us to like DJ on and have our own label for ourselves and to give ourselves sort of an identity. So when people see us DJing, they know this is Horizon in a way. And we did one in Manchester Club.
That was the first one.
Yeah, right, the very
first one. It was in Manchester 62 restaurant. It was an invite only. I think not more than 100 or 150 people. Yeah. And from that day onwards, we thought, you know what, this could be maybe the beginning of something, no? So
it exceeded our expectations, because we did it mostly for our friends, but then we had a lot of people on the door coming up, people that we didn't know, that wanting to come in, wanting to buy tickets to the door. And then from there we realised that, like, we're looking back on videos, like it was actually quite packed, so we thought we'd do another one and do it more properly organised, sell tickets online, because that first one was on a Facebook group. We basically just added everyone to a Facebook group and said, pay this amount of money to this account, and then we'll put your name on the list, and then whoever came, their name was on the list, and then we decided to do it more organized, actually sell tickets, rent a proper sound system.
I mean, people know us also as a label that, you know, we kind of like bring people together through music. So that's always been one of our things, bringing people together through music, whether it be, you know, whether it be the music that we play or just having a good time or anything really. But it's always been one of our main focuses, making sure that people come and have the best experience, and they leave always with a positive note, always wanting to come back to our next event. When you come from a place like Gibraltar that could have a really good music scene, and seeing how badly it is now, it's just almost becoming impossible to maybe even think I could have a future in music. Like, I've decided to take the step and go to live in the UK.
After that first event, I think a few doors opened as a lot of people heard about the festival. Even if, I mean, the festival itself, I lost money. It was a flop. Not a lot of people came. I had around maybe 300 people come, and I needed a lot more than that to cover all of the costs of the whole event and the experience itself. So, but from there, a lot of people heard of it, and the people that were there had a really good time. I put inflatable balls. I got a guy with fire to go and perform. I don't know, just little things I thought that would be cool in a festival, and it really worked. And from there, one of my mates told me to go to a club in La Linea that they were interested in the music I was doing. I spoke to them, we came to a deal, and I did my Halloween event there, which is the first time I performed my dubstep set. From there, my other friend called me. He's like, a club in Gibraltar has heard about your events and they really want you to come over and play. After talking, I became resident there in Paradise. Which Paradise really set DMT for what it is today. I mean, the community it got, the friends, the vibe. Everyone knew what DMT and Paradise were and what it meant to be there in that electronic scene. So that's where it all really began. And slowly from there, I just kept pushing, kept pursuing. I heard about Rock on the Rock because at that time when I started DJing in Paradise, Rock on the Rock was going a bit down with electronic music. There wasn't much electronic music going on in Gibraltar at all. You had the slight house event, and so I went up to Rock on the Rock and I proposed about doing a drum and bass event with one of the other DJs. And they accepted, and we just carried on for that. We brought a famous DJ from Spain, Dub Elements. It was a success overnight. Everyone loved it. Then from there, we tried to do a second event, but there was a power cut, and and the power cut event where everyone's a bit shocked. Obviously, it went really well as well. I think we sold most tickets. It was packed, and literally an hour into the event, the lights went off. And then thanks to my missus, she's like, you should just carry on and not let this die down. Just try to do an event correlating what just happened. And she came up with the name Power Cut. And that really sparked the people up. Like people were putting newspaper articles about the Power Cut into the event group and everything. So everyone was really hyped about it. And that event was incredible. And it was just like that. It was just trying to keep pushing on and trying to find new cool ideas.
At the risk of sounding too sentimental, I can definitely say that the clubbing scene was much better 10 years ago. The feelings and the connections that you would create within people that you don't know, because you are all mesmerized by what's happening on stage, by what this DJ is doing, by the music that you're discovering, this This feeling when you hear a DJ mix. And he does the transition from one song to the other, and the crowd screams because they've recognized the transition in the mix. That unified feeling, whether you're in the toilet or whether you're talking to a girl or whether you're with your friends or whether you're lost and you can't find your phone, as soon as that feeling, that second comes in with that drop and everyone is screaming at the same time, it just grabs you. And it's what lifetime memories are made out of. I have some of my best friends that I've met at raves and I've met at festivals. And people say, yeah, but you know, people just go to get drunk and do drugs, and it's not. There is a reason why people travel from all over the world to go to certain festivals, because they know that the experience and the feeling and the memories that they're going to create will stay with them forever. And nowadays, unfortunately, and don't take my word for it, you can look up several headlining DJs that have said the same thing. The technology that we have today and the constant need of having to show the world that you are here with your phone and the video up in the air so that you can post it on Instagram and be like this for the next 20 minutes whilst everybody else is dancing to try and upload it as quickly as you can, has ruined that moment. You're missing that captivating moment and you're forgetting why you're there in the first place. It's not to say that you were here. We know you were here. We were there. We saw you. It's important to remember that we need to be caught up. We need to be engaged in such events, because there is a reason why we're all together there, from all different walks of life, from all different countries, of all ages, all different ages. We're all there for a reason, and it's not to take videos of the DJ, and it's not to post it on Instagram. It's to reconnect with ourselves and people that we don't know, to share the love that we all have in connection in this moment. And that's what I think people need to remember when they go out. I'm not saying to throw your phone away. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying be more here than here, because you're missing a lot.
If you don't like something, change it. If you don't like your job, quit. If you don't have enough time, stop watching TV. Life is simple. If you're looking for the love of your life, stop. They will be waiting for you when you start doing things you love. Stop overanalyzing. Life is simple. If you don't like something, change it. If you don't like your job, quit. If you don't have enough time, stop watching TV. Life is simple. If you're looking for the love of your life, stop. They will be waiting for you when you start doing things you love.